Morning. Read a lot of the comments. Actually, I read every one of the comments from that video the other night, and I appreciate you guys. Absolutely appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So over the past few years, I have made some very serious financial mistakes, and they're catching up with me. They actually have caught me, and I got to do kind of like a reset and get a lot of things back in order. And as part of that, I'm going to have a very large yard sale, both online and here locally. You recall me telling you about the injection. Although it's a great idea, great product, going to get a patent on it, it was a flop. So that was one of my big financial mistakes. So another big mistake I made is, hopefully you can see all that. Now the spray buddy itself was not a mistake. Now where I messed up, where I made the mistake, was I spent too much money in inventory. Okay, I'm learning. I don't know how much to buy this stuff to have on hand so that when people buy them, I don't know that stuff. So I'm learning along the way. And then during this learning process, I made a mistake. And the mistake was all that inventory. I mean, I got tanks and I got tanks and I got tanks for days. It's just a absurd amount of tanks. Tanks everywhere. So you can see that was a mistake on my part. Just learning curve. So all the tanks, the pumps I bought, the hose reels, I bought a whole tractor trailer load of hose reels. Where I made the mistake was I bought too much inventory. So we're going to list these tanks and the hose reels individually, and the pumps and the battery system. We're going to list everything individually at retail pricing, actually a little bit lower than retail, and then you'll just pay exact shipping on it. So all that'll be on the website here moving forward. So as part of some of these mistakes I made, I need to have like a yard sale to help compensate for that. And what I mean by yard sale is I have a ton of equipment that I just don't use anymore. I just don't. All this will be local pickup stuff. It'll be advertised on the Academy website, but you have to come here and pick it up. Of course, I can't ship a Ventrac, you know what I'm saying? There's also going to be a lot of smaller stuff on the website that I can ship. I'll show you some of that here in just a second. So let me put this into perspective of just how bad of a financial decision I made with all this stuff I just talked about. I got to sell both my cars. I'm going to sell both my cars. I got two Mustangs, and yeah, they were fun for a little bit, but they're both going to be gone here pretty soon. I'll get those listed and try and recoup some of the money to put back in my business, because I don't have a choice at this point. So as part of all this reset I'm doing, I'm selling all my pressure washer inventory. Here's a whole pallet of the pressure washers right there, another half pallet, another full pallet, and there's another full pallet right there. Oh snap, there's another one right here. They will be 15% off if you use the coupon code in the description below. Once all these are gone, highly doubt I'll ever do any pressure washer type sales again. Yeah, that was just another mistake. Stay in your lane, right? Sorry about the poor lighting, but one of my pieces of equipment, this is my original Ventrac right here, 4500Z. We'll be selling it. I got some equipment that's brand spanking new. This is a seed box with a spiked drum roller. It also has a smooth roller. So as you're using it as a 3-point attachment, as the drum rolls, it drops the seed. Got stuff like a cultipacker, small pull-bind cultipacker. This Eco-Lawn top dresser, which is in very, very good condition. Things like this. This is a Peruzo 1600. I think that's the way you say that. It's a flail mower that goes on the front of a grasshopper mower. And as you can see, it's still on the pallet. It's brand spanking new. I haven't even taken it off the pallet yet. Never used it. 3-point boom sprayer. This is the one I had made for my Ventrac. Here's a grasshopper snow blower. I think this is the 48-inch version. It's brand spanking new in the box, never been used. Here's a First Products 3-point cone roller right here. I just no longer use it, so that's got to go. And trailers, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trailers. This is a really nice big 1,000-gallon water tank. Nice Honda pump. This type of hose reel, you can wind up fire hose in it, you know, that kind that lays flat. And it's got a big old Hannay electric rewind right here. Holds 1-inch hose. That's a big boy. We used to use that. We used to plant a tremendous amount of flowers, annual flowers, but of course we've cut back on a lot of that. This is what we use to go around and water them all year long. 1,000 gallons. And these totes right here, you know, they're 250, 270 gallon wire basket totes. I have a ton of them. And these are tanks right here that you would kind of, you know, use in your shop situation for mixing or storing nutrients, chemicals, liquids, or whatever. Example, this is a 100-gallon cone bottom that sits on a stand. They're brand new. These are 300-gallon, I believe, cone bottom, sits on a stand, brand new, never used, still got the plastic on them. And then I've got some bigger ones like this that are 500-gallon. Some of them already had holes in them, plumb for like agitation, for mixing and stuff like that. But overall, the majority of this stuff is in really good condition, and it's not doing me any good because I don't use it anymore. It's been sitting here for a while now. It'll really do 3 things. 1, help me to recoup some of my money from just being stupid financially. Number 2, it'll clear up some space around here because you've heard me complaining about my space issues for the past 2 years. And number 3, it'll help some of you to actually make some money because a lot of this equipment can be used in a lawn care company, in a business. So let's go in the office here and we'll look at some of the online yard sale stuff. So most of you are familiar with the Trailer Racks brand. You know, make fuel cages, backpack sprayer holders. We got a whole pallet right here almost that, you know, I bought a bunch of them because we were going to use them on trailers, and then we ended up not using them. These right here are all the backpack sprayers that I bought, different brands, when I was doing the testing for the GCI injection. I've spray pumps for days. I've got all kinds of different spray pumps. I have all kinds of spray parts. I have spray hose, brand new, and I've got quite a few hose reels. So this will be something that we'll be continuously adding to the website as far as the online yard sale stuff goes and the equipment sale. Just check in periodically. You might see something that interests you. I made a decision to do the local pickup equipment sale a certain way. So my time is valuable, just like yours is. So I'm going to require a deposit on this equipment, and what that's going to do is allow me to hold the equipment for you, and it's going to limit the tire kickers. You got to remember, it's one of me, it's a whole bunch of y'all. Literally dozens and dozens of people could want to come look at it, and it would take up every hour of the week for me, and I don't have that kind of time. You pay the deposit online, then you come here locally, pay the rest of the balance, pick it up. If by chance you don't like it, or it's not what you thought, what you saw in the pictures on the website, I'll give you 90% of the deposit back, and I'm gonna keep 10% of it. That will cover my time. I know some of you may not like doing business that way, but like I said, I could literally have hundreds of people trying to come over here buying stuff, and that's just that'd be a nightmare for me, to be honest with you. So I think the deposit thing is a pretty fair deal for both me and you. On the website, the pictures and the descriptions are very detailed, especially the pictures. What you see in the pictures is what you'll actually get. I write all the descriptions myself, so if it says A, B, and C, you can rest assured that when you get here, you're going to see A, B, and C. So business owners, just people in general, let my failure, let my mistakes help you to gain wisdom. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And of course, This may not be the exact way I want to be sharpening you. I'd much rather be sharpening you with something more positive and not a negative situation. But we can learn from our mistakes, okay? And the biggest mistake I made was assuming that everybody in the world would want something Pete makes because Pete thought up of the idea and Pete made it. I was totally and completely wrong. I should have taken a much more diligent, detailed, analytical approach to this and tested the waters and figured out, well, is this actually a need in the lawn care community? Is this actually something homeowners would want? I'm talking specifically about the injection because I think that's probably my biggest failure I've ever made in my professional career. And again, I'm talking about not necessarily the spray buddy itself, because or cart buddy, I stand behind that. That is the greatest spray system specifically designed for a homeowner on the market today. But where I messed up, the mistake was investing so much money in inventory. Yeah, they sell. We're selling 1 or 2 a week. That's wonderful. But at that rate, the inventory I have, it'll take years and years for me to get rid of that. So I count that a mistake. Let my failure be a lesson to you, especially business owners. If you're going to take a risk and try to bring something to market, man, do some homework first. Don't screw up like I did and just assume everybody in the world's going to want one, because trust me, everybody in the world don't want one. Because I am not going to screw up again moving forward and risk putting my family in this kind of position again. It'll never happen. So, hey, appreciate your time today. Check you later.